I'll talk.
Are you ready?
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now.
Message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
You don't know me and you don't know my style. Who be getting burned when they come to a jam? Here I am, the method man. Hey, the method man. Don't eat skip, be just for Peter Pan. Peanut butter, cause I'm not butter. In fact, I snap back like a rubber band. I be Sam I am, and I don't eat green eggs and ham. Now I hit ya, when they got there, you'll be like, oh shit, that's the jam. Oh shit, that's the jam.
Yeah, nice little graphics. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right now.
Get
Look,
bored.
look, look, look. Yeah. Get bored, get creative. I love it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Hog HQ Live. Of course, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. And as always, you know the motto: tell a friend to tell a friend, and we are back again with another episode. Hog HQ Live. This is episode 48. A lot to get to. We're gonna get to it. It will be discussed in depth, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
with all that being said, you know what we do. We got to pay some bills real quick. Stay patient, hold tight, run it.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything sports betting. Every stat, matchup, breakdown, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during games. With the largest catalog of odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, NBA, to political props. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Now, you know we could not do a show without introducing everybody. This gentleman right here, this is Adam, and this gentleman over here, this is Mr. Hart, and I'm DP. So look, we're gonna get straight into it. Brad Stanton. Brad, we was on time today. we made sure we started 10 seconds earlier because we seen you in the comments, Brad, saying, here we go, tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what's up, Brad. Appreciate that for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Henry said, been waiting all weekend for the show. We here, and we're
We're
gonna
here.
definitely get into it. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into it. Green, I don't want to mispronounce it wrong. Av, Ivy, Av. I'm gonna say Av Green. Sorry, mispronounced that. Pittman needs to resign at this time as we speak if we want any future victory. Hey, Miss
Uh,
Armstrong. Hey,
we'll
Miss
beat Louisiana
Armstrong.
Tech.
Hey, man,
We'll get
there
to it.
you go. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Hey, y'all, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Miss Armstrong. Oh,
Hey,
and I
Miss
got one
Armstrong.
of my college buddies in here, Avonia Derby. The graphics are amazing.
Well, thank you.
Isn't that something? That's Adam doing this thing. Brad said, I like the graphics on the intro. Great job, Adam. Look, pat on the back. Kudos to you, sir.
It's all about
Um,
the Shack gummies helping out.
what the hell is that?
Shack gummies.
You gotta stay off that dope. Uh,
If you like Swedish fish, you'll like these. And they're all
who,
Shack's head.
What is a
you
Swedish fish?
You've never heard of Swedish fish?
you never
No.
heard of Swedish? I don't eat them, but I know what they are. You know what? People who eat Swedish fish are the same people who eat candy corn. You need to be
No.
in jail. You need to be
No.
in jail. No.
Candy corn are on the same line as Peeps that they all deserve to be in the trash.
Now you a hater when it comes to peeps. I told you peeps for the Easter is the move.
And
I don't know why you act like that, man. Don't be like that,
Oh,
bro.
peeps.
All right, so look, Jason, I'm gonna get to your comment in a minute. We're gonna go ahead and dive into what's on the board. So, basketball. Once again, that was the second exhibition for Coach Cal and his team. Arkansas loses by 1 point, had opportunity to win the game. Of
Mhm.
course, it was not aired for everyone to see. Some people streamed it. Some people had it through their social media, and some people checked it out and had their comments about it. For the most part, to my understanding, without visually seeing it, it just seems like these guys are still learning each other. We had Nelly Davis in the game, who had opportunity to get going. Looking for him to get healthy. And the last game, of course, it was all about Boogie Flan. It was all about Boogie Flan. It was all about Wagner doing their thing. So in this game, it looks like they were still trying to gel. Some new pieces were in place, and they did not finish the mission, which was to get the win. It seems like those guys were trying to figure things out. And as you said, Adam, Big Z ended up getting the ball and shooting a three.
so, yeah, under 30 seconds left, or around 30 seconds left, Arkansas's up. We've got the ball, bringing it over the court. We tried to score quick and didn't quite understand. I think we were up 2. So tried to drive into the paint, lost the handle. Big Z ends up with the ball and shoots a 3. We miss it. And then TCU got the ball back, comes down the floor. Then they nail a 3 to go up 1. And then, so of course, then they still had fouls to give. So they start just eating away at the 5 seconds left that were on the clock. And by the end of it, when we finally got jacked up a shot with like 1 second left, no good, game's over. It's an exhibition game. But just as much as we were, singing the praise of the first game, it's one of those that you gotta talk about the bad too. You can't just look over it. But you know what Coach Calipari said with, I think, Matt, you told me, with Matt Zimmerman earlier that morning, that Coach Calipari said that this team needed to be, or they were a little bit cocky after the Kansas win. So, maybe it's something they needed to get humbled before the season starts. So that's what you hope it is.
Gotcha. Hart, you got anything on the basketball roundup?
Not much. I mean, basically, I feel like they needed to be humbled a little bit after the Kansas loss, like Cal said. It tends to happen with kids. I mean, we saw it happen last year after Purdue game, including the fans. We all thought, we were all going on a run for the Final Four. It didn't turn
Mm-hmm.
out. I think it just got, and the Duke game as well. So I think it was a good reality check for them that they have a lot of work to do. They haven't made anything. They haven't made it yet. And basically, just get back to the drawing board, keep grinding. Season's about to start.
Gotcha. Well, with all that being said, we do know that they do start the regular season where the games do count. That starts on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Is it
Yep, Lipscomb.
starts on Wednesday with Lipscomb, and then we also have Baylor. So they're back in Dallas to play Baylor, which is going to be great in regards to recruiting for the state of Texas. So I'm all for that. At the end of the day, I think Coach Cal and those guys have figured out. And I'll ask you guys this now, before the season, because we won't get a chance to talk before the first game. Do y'all want to fire Coach Cal now? Do y'all want to wait till he loses to somebody he's not supposed to lose to? Because this shit happens every year. I did it with Muscleman, and people was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying this." Then we lost to some game, and everybody was like, "Dude, fire his ass." I'm like, "Here we go. It's the Arkansas way, man. It's gonna happen." I mean, at the end of the day, this is a marathon, not a sprint. The objective is for the guys to gel as a unit, guys on the bench to get some playing time, get familiar with Coach Kyle's system, and ultimately make a run for the tournament. First the SEC tournament, then of course the big dance. So that's the overall objective. There's going to be some bumps, some hurdles along the way, but hey, that's what the tournament is about. That's what the team is about. That's what the game is about in basketball. It's a stretch. So let's just give these guys some time to figure it out. Coach Kyle told you in the beginning, in the press conference, it's going to take a while. It may take me 3 years, you know what I'm saying, to get it going. So hopefully we can give this guy some grace per his resume to this point, coming from BBL Nation. Yeah, that's what I call him. So coming from BBL Nation, hopefully the Razorback fans can give him some grace, be patient, and lean on his experience and what he can bring to the university. Because we all know next year's class is supposed to be explosive. One may be one of the best classes. Classes, is that a word? Best classes at the University of Arkansas in regards to recruiting. So that's going to be that. That's basketball.
Let's take a quick break and talk about something just as important as Arkansas game day, your home. Our friends over at Premium Supply are more than just siding. They've got everything you need to make your house look as sharp as a fresh pair of game day cleats. We're talking siding, soffit, columns, windows, doors, vents, decking. You name it. Whether you're building a whole new home or just giving it a little extra TLC, they've got you covered. And with locations in Conway, North Little Rock, Russellville, and Jonesboro, there's always a Premium Supply nearby. So if you're looking for premium products with premium customer service, head on over to premiumsidingsupply.com. Premium Supply, where we treat each of our customers like one of the family.
That was my fault. I cut you off.
It's okay. I was just saying that's all we got on basketball. But with that being said, we're going to go into the SEC roundup. All right. Week 10 scores. And I can see them this week. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Adam. UGA end up getting it together. Carson Beck like he was about to cry because Curry Smart was cussing his ass out. They end up winning the game 34-20. Florida looked good despite all that was going on. They ended up going with their walk-on quarterback that came from an Ivy League school. So they ended up putting something together. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I hit you guys in the group text. To watch Jaden Barr, the freshman that was the athlete that was committed to Arkansas and ended up flipping to Florida on signing day, it was interesting to watch his style of play. I really liked his style of play. Not to knock any running back that we have on our roster. I like the backs that we have, but it was just good to see what he really looks like behind the offensive line in college football. So that was that. Georgia ends up squeaking out a win. It's about to get tough for Georgia. I think Kirby get those guys together on defense and on offense. Kentucky versus Tennessee. I ended up watching some of this game. Tennessee, of course, takes the victory, 28-18 over Kentucky. Kentucky is having a hard little run as far as their schedule is concerned. But Tennessee finds a way to make it happen and end up coming with the win. This week, you see it says Texas A&M, it says S. Carr.
Oh, I mean, after our game and then South Carolina beating A&M, I couldn't call them USC Junior this week.
I had to put some respect on that thing. That's what's happening. So South Carolina and Rocket Sanders doing their thing.
Yards.
Hey man, he did his thing. I'm glad. I hate I didn't pick him on my picks, but I did get Sellers. Sellers did give me some yards. So South Carolina and a raucous crowd. When I tell you the crowd, the fans were irate for their game. It was a great crowd. It was a great game to watch. South Carolina put some things together, man. USC is not a junior now. They beat A&M. Absolutely, Shannon. He put some respect on that name this week. So
I can't really trash other schools when we lose by 30 plus.
Damn skipping. So yeah, it was what it was. It's just an interesting year. If anybody says they hate the transfer portal and NIL, I don't really know what to tell you. This has been one of the best regular seasons in college football in a long time, guys. I'm talking about, and we'll get to a team who's been really doing their thing via the portal, but it's been a great season just to watch some of these games and the consideration of these games in regard to the 12-team playoff. Going forward, we know Ole Miss, Arkansas, yeah, it looked like the damn 85 slam dunk contest out there. That shit they was doing on the sideline. But it was what it was. Ole Miss put a drumming, set records. We'll get into it, but it was what it was. We lost the game. All right, Mississippi State, 45 UMass is UMass. Vanderbilt, yeah, the hell with that. Vanderbilt beats Auburn. Dude, Hugh Freeze is
They're
going to be
bowl
fired.
eligible.
They both eligible. But my question is, when will Hugh Freeze be fired?
I think it probably depends. They'll ride it out until they potentially, actually, I don't say potentially, when they get slaughtered by Alabama, it'll be over with.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that part. Damn. Yeah,
That'll end his tenure.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we got Alabama playing LSU this week, upcoming week.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's huge implications on 12-team playoff. Whoever loses that game out of those two, they're definitely out. The loser is definitely out. So who knows what Alabama will have at that junction when they play Auburn, but I just figure they're going to drag them, so that'll be interesting. OU finally put some points on the board like the old OU, but they played Maine. Nothing burger, right? I can't give them no kudos for that crap. It was what it was, but it is what it is. SEC standings, of course, you see Georgia at the top, A&M second, Tennessee third, and Texas fourth, LSU fifth. Who'd ever see the day when Vanderbilt is number 6? That's wild. That's wild. And then somewhere on the other side, you see Arkansas 3-3 in conference and 5-4 overall. On the bright side of things, one more win gets you bowl eligible. So we'll see what that looks like in regards to that. But we still got to finish out this schedule. And that's SEC standings.
Yeah, we're going to keep that short and sweet today.
Because we got something to show you.
Schools do. Now we're getting ready to get it in revenue sharing. We don't have the money, so we went blue line special a little bit with our old line, and from what I understand, they went Louis Vuitton over there.
You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Louis Vuitton versus Great Value.
Yeah, this is what Louis Vuitton look like. If you want to get a bag from Louis Vuitton, that's what it looked like. This is what Kippen brought to the game. And we brought Great Value, Save Money, Live Better, Walmart.
But that's not a knockoff, right?
Oh, shit, no. Well, you want the receipts? I got, hey, man, don't play. Maybe I can show you. I can show you this one, too. It don't, I'm not that guy. Anyway, yeah, let's get straight into it. So that comment alone was kind of troubling when I heard it. It was to the point to where I was just like, it's almost like it was a charity case. And I didn't like the way he made the offensive, the perception that it gave off. Oh, Arkansas, and we're blue collar, and it sounds good till it don't. And that was the situation where it doesn't. But was he lying though? Hey, he wasn't lying. He was not lying. Now, that particular comment, I seen somebody say in Hog Talk, people get mad when Coach Pittman doesn't say anything. But then when he says something, people get mad about that too. Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. So I definitely understand that comment. I definitely want to get into these comments before we dig into this game. I think Pittman just needs a cold beer during the game. Hell, he needs a damn case, a cooler worth of beer. Maybe he'll make some decisions and start actually coaching. We don't have to play football, do we? Yes, Jessica. Of course we do. This is why we're all here. We played yesterday. I'll take win isn't guaranteed. Accurate, Brad. I can take that. Nice guys finished last in college football. Pittman is too nice. Been too relaxed since 2022. season, which we hired Kiffin in hindsight. I knew somebody would come with the whole Kiffin situation. But we all know how they work with Kiffin. It was in the final hour, and apparently Hunter Yurachek and those guys had a gentleman's handshake in regards to the contract. And it seems that Ole
Hmm.
Miss can just said, "Hey, here goes some more money. Go ahead and sign." So that was a situation where it was, and
He was told not. He was basically don't go shopping anymore, and he did. And Hunter said, "I'm walking away. Can't trust you after everything. That's fine."
Ken the Browns did something similar to that. So
3 times, 2
Yep.
times.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
why he
yeah,
got left.
yeah,
They made him leave. Yep.
yeah. It is what it is. If we win, we win. If we don't, either way, it doesn't ruin my day. Okay, Jamie Tidwell, thanks for joining us tonight. Nick said it will take a solid 10 games for them to jail. Talking about the basketball, Tommy, Hog football has become an embarrassment under Pittman and Yurchek. Hmm.
Well, I mean, we did just storm the field a couple of games ago.
And we beat UAPB by 70 points.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah,
But
it
you
is
can't
what.
you can't lose by 9 touchdowns or can't give up 9 touchdowns. You just can't do it.
Yeah. Growing pains gonna pay off. This team is gonna mature either fast or slow, but this is gonna pay. Oh, you talking about basketball? Pay off
Hmm.
to tournament time. I can definitely dig
Hmm.
that. David with a comment. I wish Pittman would show some emotion and fight. Expect. I just thought about something. Especially after taking a butt kicking like that. We also have to be fair. The defense has regressed significantly since playing Tennessee, and that's on Travis Williams. I'm glad you said that about Travis Williams. I know you have that stat, and you don't have to pull it up right now. Matter of fact, could you pull it up when we talk about the overall stats of the game? Do you
Oh,
have
you want
that?
those? You have to give me. You can
Yeah,
go through the comments.
yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. So, David, I'm gonna come back to your comment in regards to calling out T Will on that. Not mad at it. I definitely understand it. Tommy, so it's all over X. Pippen is going to resign at the end of the year and take a payout over a 10-year period. Any truth to that, Matt?
We've been talking about him going to retire anytime for a while, so I would expect, with the pressure mounting, I would probably expect that he could retire at the end of the year to try to save the fan base, to try to unite everybody, to walk away. He wanted to do it with hiring internally, being T. Will, Bobby, something like that, and keep the momentum going. But things aren't working out as planned.
Uh, Let me know when you're ready. Will Jonas do be back for the opener? You guys know anything about I
I
do
haven't heard
for
anything
basketball?
from it yet.
I haven't heard on that one. I
I'm
think
ready.
he's not far though.
Gotcha. Uh, Let me see. I'm gonna take
Ugh.
this comment off the screen. Yeah, that's real ugly. First downs, passing. Okay, rushing.
Total
Okay,
yards 694, 562 yards passing. I
and,
know
and
you
it's
were wanting to
interesting.
talk about the penalties, but they kind of evened out.
Yeah, they even out. That's not what I was even getting to. And even the time possession is fairly close. You had another shot, didn't you?
I didn't know you wanted both of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because it was something that was very intriguing on that. We're looking at the offense and seeing how both offenses fared, and then you talk about how that portrays to the defense. And a lot of those deep shots that were wide open, receivers were running wide open, and of course my guy, number 17.
Wait, what
I
guy?
got Yeah, that's my guy. That's oh he's motherfucker slipped on a banana peel. Either way it go. Why was he at corner and not at safety? I wish I understood. Maybe somebody got hurt. I don't know, but I've never seen him at corner since he first got here. But in part, these comments that we're talking about, if you ever get the other screenshot up. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look towards the bottom of the screen, if you look in that far right corner, yeah, that long line that says sacks and it says 8.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you say T Will in the defense and not acknowledge Bob Petrino play calling and not bring up Mateo's offensive line?
Because you still put up 31 points and you gave
Don't
up
get
63.
don't give a damn. You got sacked 8 times. Now we just seen them last week look like a totally different offensive line. with Patrick
Well,
Coolers back, did we not?
that's
And
Mississippi
I know
State though.
Mississippi. That's Mississippi State though. Okay, gotcha. The same way it was just UAPB and we scored 70 points. Oh, okay. Then we lost to Oklahoma State and they trashed. But it was what it was. Either way it go, I think it's some blame on both sides. I definitely understand the T Will conversation and just being frustrated. The busted coverages were ridiculous. It definitely was ridiculous to see those guys running wide open. You look at the screen and you're like, damn, is anybody in the doggone screen? It's just it was really wild to watch. I'm going to these comments and let you guys get straight into it. Jay said, sorry I'm late. Shout out to Jay Johnson. I got caught up watching my Vikings. Are you a Vikings fan?
I'm sorry. Nah, they're doing their thing. Who would have thought that Sam Darnold would be anything?
Because he trashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been trash since USC, but he been doing his thing since he got to Minnesota. So I definitely got to give him guys credit. Matt, any news on Sam retiring?
We kind of just talked about it, but we'll go back over that at Hog News because we got some Hog News tonight.
Gotcha. Hey, Vanya, thank you for watching us on YouTube because I put it on my story so people that follow me can make sure they watch us on here. So she was one person that watched it. So I appreciate that. Nick, as good as Vandy has been this year, I personally wouldn't mind seeing their coach take over here.
He's a Vanderbilt guy. Like that's where he went. We're not going. That's not going to happen. And it's Vanderbilt. Like I get it. They've bought into him though. His love for Vanderbilt is going to be more than his love for Arkansas would be. And I know right now a lot of people are on this kick of Sam deserves to be here because he loves the school and he loves the state and whatever. That only gets you so far.
Yeah.
And we're seeing where that's at. And we'll get more into the comparisons of Sam Pittman and other coaches later on. But
let's go ahead and get straight into this game, though, and do this recap, right? So I'm going to get back into these comments, Shannon. You are next on my lineup. But looking at this game, 63-31, like I said, it looked like the 85 dunk contest on the sideline. These dudes were throwing alley-oops on the backboard. You had a big lineman dunking on the goal. I was just like, that's the fact that the starting quarterback was still in there in the fourth quarter. The records that were done, I mean, what was it, Matt Carrera threw the 6 picks?
Yeah.
Now you got a quarterback come back.
We can never bring that back up.
We can't. I can never talk about Hudson Clark and the interceptions. It's over with. It's done. It's in the wind. So let's just go ahead and break down what we saw. And I'm going to get to you guys' comments. We'll be able to have some of the comments that you guys have. But just the thoughts. We know it's frustration to get embarrassed, technically. But your thoughts on the game. Hart, I'm going to start with you. Your thoughts on what you saw. Was there anything you liked out of the whole game? Were there any bright points for you? And some things you figured that's definitely going to be an opportunity going forward into the bye week before Texas.
We have a bye week. That's a plus. We can get healthy. We are getting banged up. That's pretty apparent. So that is hurting us. The lack of depth is starting to show a little bit when you start having that happen. But from what I saw from the game, the first thing that I want to comment back on the Pittman comments on the blue light special or whatever he said it was. I feel like we're in such a catchy phrase day and age where marketing, left lane hammer down, turn the jukebox on. I feel like maybe he was just trying to have a catchy rebuttal to what they had for the Louis Vuitton, and it kind of backfired on him, especially with the play they had. I think he was mainly just trying to say we had more of a blue collar workman mentality approach, but it didn't turn out the way their Louis Vuitton did. As far as their D line, it was probably as good, if not the best, I think we faced this year. They were pretty stout, especially early on. We couldn't run the ball. That was a problem. With Braylon being out with his hamstring, that hurt us. Dabinia did run hard. He did try. Um, it just hurt us once Green got hurt. He became somewhat of a statue. He did run some, but it was more of just straight line jogging because he wasn't running full sprint when he got a little 10-yard scamper. But Singleton looked pretty good coming in. It's still somewhat of a small sample size against backups and when the game's already decided. So people don't need to blow that up and act like we need to have a quarterback controversy, because if you believe in Petrino, then you should believe in his decision making and who should be quarterback because he sees them every day. So I just want to leave it at that. As far as T. Will, I believe I, I have a theory I threw out to y'all possibly, yesterday. Wonder how much Boo Paul helped Ole Miss prepare for our defense.
Oh, 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 oh.
Because you had T. Will and Pooh Paul here last year. So it makes you
Mm-hmm.
wonder how Mississippi State obviously discovered something in our defense because they started moving the ball a lot on us. I mean, they're going to move the ball. They have that type of offense, but it's like they found something. And then Ole Miss built on it. And so it's either our players are giving away tendencies the way they line up, whether they're kind of like the white knuckles for a lineman, you can tell whether he's, about to come on at you or he's about to pass walk, basically.
Right,
It's the
right.
same logic. There's some tendencies or something that we're tipping our hat our hand on something on defense, I believe. Because the only other thing I could think of is that we haven't changed any terminology or anything. And Pooh Paul basically gave them what he thinks we could do and how we approached them last year, and we didn't change much.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing I can think of.
It was interesting to see Rodney Hill on the run, and then him and Pooh Paul get each other's face. I'm like, you weren't even here last year, Rodney Hill. But I don't know what that conversation was like, but it was interesting to see them just kind of go back and forth, jarring a little bit. But that's a great point you just made up, like I said, playing devil's advocate about Pooh Paul possibly knowing, giving away some tendencies of the defense and some of the looks that they have showed. And I'm sure once you sit in that film room and watch the defense over the last couple games, he can probably call out some different calls that they made on defense because he was the captain of the
Hmm.
defense. So he
Hmm.
definitely understands what it is to see certain tendencies and call it out for Ole Miss, seeing that he's now on that team. That's a great point you just made right there. I do want to get to this comment real quick, and then Adam, I'm gonna let you go. Tyler Drake says, "Do you think there is any correlation between the dismissals this week and the performance in this game?"
Nope.
No,
Mm.
no. I wish we could talk, but we can't.
All
Can't
right,
talk on it.
gotcha. Did the DB celebration gonna come to an end after this game? What is that?
No, the
Whatever that
Tweety
is.
Bird thing.
Yeah, Tweety Bird, no fly zone, whatever it was. You got your ass roasted, sir. Yeah, you should never do
One
that again.
receiver, 254 yards, and that wasn't even their best receiver. He was out.
Nope, he was out. It was interesting to me how they didn't make the adjustment. Hell, before halftime, they even say we need a safety over the top for double coverage. We need somebody underneath and somebody over the top, and then make you beat us with somebody else. Now the tight end got involved. He was rumbling, but at the end of the day, I feel like they could have changed the coverage up. I still don't understand why Hudson Clark was at corner on that play. I
You need
don't
to
know if
see it
something was hurt.
again.
No, I don't. I don't. I
You
like
sure?
Hudson Clark. I'm good. I'm good. I like Hudson Clark, but he got exposed for
Hey, if you
sure.
guys want to see it again, let me know in the
That
comments.
is somebody said in the comments, I thought Adam was the petty one. He is. I'm telling you.
Hey, I
It's
ordered a hat last night that says Petty AF on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it fits true to size. All right. So Adam, your
Hmm.
thoughts on what you saw? Was there anything that you saw that was positive, and of course opportunities on improvement going into the bye week for Texas?
So I thought that it was well. I thought it would be good that we won the toss. And we decided to take the ball first. I was like, okay, here we go. We're going to go out and try to set the tone. Didn't happen.
Right.
The big thing I think was that turnover for the touchdown, and yeah, that early of it that just set the tone for Ole Miss to do what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little bit of swagger, they got a little bit of confidence. It got out of hand way too quick.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't a whole lot of things that I was looking at that I'm like, oh, that was good. I mean, my viewpoint was a little bit jaded after that point. I will say, with Malachi, he's been better when he has gotten in than I expect him to be. His jitteriness still bothers me a little bit, but at the same time, if that's just the way he is, the way he plays, then it's something to just adjust to. It's just a different demeanor about himself and how he carries himself, in the pocket, on the run, whatever. And a lot of it too is just because his legs, he moves so quick that I'm just like, what is going on? So, you're going from a 6'6" quarterback to a 6'1" quarterback. He's a lot quicker than I expect them to be. It's really hard to, outside of that, I mean, we got our asses beat, point blank, period. I mean, yeah, great. We put up 400 and something yards on offense. You gave up 600 and something. The celebrations by the defense and the stuff, when you're down 30 points, stop doing it. Stop celebrating after
Absolutely.
you score when you're down like that. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I feel like that it's just that day and age that we're in, because it's not just Arkansas that does it; it's other teams that do it too.
Right.
And I'm just like, y'all, you should not have a smile on your face.
Yeah, Clint
Like,
Sterner
if you want to
tweeted
come,
out
if I do
something
something
about that.
great, if I'm somebody that scored a touchdown in cleanup duty, and you come and try to put a championship belt on my shoulder, fuck that.
Yeah,
Don't.
straight up. Yeah.
And that's just, I feel like how it should be. Going back to the beginning of the game, you know, and I get what Matt, I hadn't thought about, Matt, what you said with the sayings, the catchy phrases, the embrace the hog, the this, that, and the other. It needs to stop. And it started, you know, it started, you know, with this go around with Proud Damn State. And then we moved on to the jukebox. And then and I get it. He's mentioned blue collar teams year in and year out. But sitting here now, here's a different side of it. So, and this is kind of I'm going to go same area, but kind of two different ways. So if you're a player and your coach just keeps telling you that you're the off brand, how's that going to make you feel as a player? We see all these people in comments and posts in various groups on different social media platforms that get mad at other posts or guys like us that are coming out and sharing an opinion. Oh, there's players watching. Oh, there's family members in that group. Oh, there's this, that, and the other. We don't need to be saying these things. Hey, how do you think they feel about their coach, their own coach, saying that they're a blue light special? And if that's not the way he meant it, okay, he should come out and say it then. But we're so worried about what we say, whether it's on here, whether it's something that we've made some post or some comment or whatever. Yeah, let's worry about the coach that's basically telling, yeah, we're not as good as those guys. I mean, I think that's one of those things that needs to stop.
This man just called his offensive line a bunch of rollbacks.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of damn rollbacks. That's it's diabolical. I will say this, and Beth will definitely get your comment on real quick. Beth, let me get your comment before I get to anything else. We want to get some veteran QB1 on established offense. Some previous games, we've got lucky and played against QB2s. I will say this. Malachi Singleton. Miss Singleton, I know you in the group, so if you can hear this, or Miss Armstrong, you can have a conversation with her as parents of these young men on this team. Stay the course, young man. Stay the course. You got a future. Whether it's in a Razorback uniform or somewhere else, you have a future. Hell, I got a chance to see him in Georgia in high school before he got injured. Hell of a player. There's a reason why he was ranked where he was ranked. The guy is decisive with the ball. All that it just seems like the pocket didn't collapse as much when he was in the game. There was some times where it did collapse. He was able to make an adjustment, see a gap, hit it, and start running. The ferociousness in which he ran the ball. If that doesn't ignite you as a teammate on the offensive side of the ball, I don't know what to tell you. This dude had that dog in him, and that's what I've been waiting on Taylor Green. The fact that Taylor Green don't have no damn facial hair in his face, it bothers me. I don't trust grown men without facial hair unless you're in the military. It's something about that. Yeah, cut them damn braids off too. Look, man, I just feel like he's soft. He's a great young man. I understand he is very hospitable, the whole nine. But you need some dogs. You need some dogs out there. Some guys who can play with controlled aggression, if you will, on the football field. And we see it with some of the guys on the team. Like I say, every week, I keep saying this, Andrew Armstrong is doing nothing but rising his damn draft stock. Mm-hmm. He's been consistent. He's been catching the ball with his hands, plucking it out the air. He is getting yak after he gets the catch. He is dragging guys with him. So shout out to Andrew Armstrong and doing what he's doing. I like the fact that we have the running back squad that we do. I hate that we didn't have Russell in the game. Russell really had got some confidence about himself. in the last couple of games. So that was interesting to see. The offensive line, and of course, you think about Mississippi State versus Ole Miss. People talk about they paid for that team. That it's legal. I don't understand what the issue is. It's legal, and because Coach Pittman says we don't have the money yet, we're going to get it in revenue. I was like, if Hunter Yurachek take the damn hot dogs up $2 more, that's not going to buy you some damn 5-star players. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know what it's going to take.
What about those apples?
Dude, glad you mentioned that shit. Who the hell got apples in the damn stands in the student section?
So we're worried about Tennessee throwing mustard bottles, but we're giving fans apples when you're down 30.
That's some Arkansas ass shit. See what I'm saying? It just makes you sick. So when we talk about the perception, like people say you get off the plane and it's just a bunch of cows and barefoot people. This is the shit we talking about. How are they eating apples in the stands? Are we selling apples at the concession stand? Anybody that went to the game? I would love to know, are we selling apples at the damn concession stand? If we was in Warmore, you'd probably be selling apples because they done ran out of damn water. But I digress. All right. Real quick, Joshua James, Martin. Who do we go after if Pittman retires or resigns? Do we want to touch this at this moment?
Well, we did a whole news segment on it early in the year. Now the
We
list
did.
probably has changed slightly because I don't think Bo is necessarily as high as he was before. But give us a little bit, and if things start moving the way some think they are, then we'll come out with a newer list for you. How about that?
Anybody watch SMU play Pitt the other night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not gonna lie. Yeah, not gonna lie. My guy, he was at the game. He ended up seeing that picture. He said a $35 ticket and some decent seats at an SMU game is better than taking my ass to Fayetteville and watching them get their ass kicked. I said, I can't be mad at you. And I said, you could possibly be looking at the next head coach of Arkansas. He said, to be honest with you, the way he got it set up down here with all this recruiting in his backyard, it damn near don't make sense for him to leave SMU.
No,
so
because they've got the money that they had donated in this past year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $156 million, I think, was what was donated across the board to their athletic department.
Yeah.
But you also have to factor in that for the next 7 years, they're not getting any TV revenue from the ACC, so they're having to offset that somehow. So
dollars and cents.
Mhm.
Why is it our SEC opponents seem to set records against us? Because we're the record-setting team. We're the standard-setting record on. I don't know.
Because we play 8 out of our 12 games against SEC schools.
And can anybody else tell me why we play better on the road than we do at home?
That was my biggest worry going into this game, was the fact that it was in Fayetteville.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I can't lie. Like, my heart really goes out to the fans who traveled to Northwest Arkansas to fill up that stadium. I mean, you talk about Coach Pittman talked about the beginning of the season, and Biddy did the same thing. Oh, we got 5 games, and we're not even at a home stadium. We got to go to Dallas to play, and we got to go to Little Rock. And I'm like, I don't care about none of this shit, because at the end of the day, when you do have a home game and the fans show up and spend their hard-earned money, this is what they see on the field. So how do you want them to contribute extra money as far as concessions or paying to NIL for the product they're seeing on the field? You play better on the road for whatever reason. Hell, I went to the Auburn game. You won the Auburn game. I seen you play great against Auburn. I seen you play great against LSU last year in Baton Rouge. I also seen you play great in Gainesville against the Gators. I don't know what it is, but they play way better on the road. I don't know what the mentality is, but it's something about that. Joshua, Hud Island got his ankles broke for what? Yeah. He probably took a nice hot.
Sure, you don't want to see that again?
I don't. Okay. I'm real good on it. It's in my memory. It's etched in at this point. I'm done. Jay said, I don't understand why he doesn't call plays with quicker developing routes so that the line doesn't have to protect as long. I said the same thing when we got Petrino. And I said, even if the offensive line is subpar, I think Petrino will scheme up plays that let the quarterback get it out of their hand faster. Which, when you got Anthony and you got Satania, and you telling me about fall ball and 22 miles per hour speed, why are you doing 7 steps drop with a dude that's like 5'10"? Like the
I
shit
still
makes
don't
no
know why
sense.
we're not seeing plays run up like we saw with Joe Adams, Keon Hatcher, even after. I mean, all these guys that were great in their elements, like we don't use them in that way whatsoever.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to really get a grip on that. Pittman hinted at his presser that Matt the clues. Yeah, about what they were running. Well, this is my thing, coach. If you're the damn coach and you see something going on, that's a conversation that you and your defense coordinator have.
Well,
And
does
you
this
make
not
the
go back to
adjustment.
the converse or the what T. Will said in the press conference when he was asked about the signal stealing? It's my job to change those up so it can't happen.
Great point.
Good call. Good call.
So there was when that documentary was coming out about the Michigan dude, I mean, and T. Will was asked about it, and he was just like, yeah, it's a defensive coordinator's job to change those signals and those calls so that somebody else can't figure it out. So,
Michael, do you guys think Sam Pittman stays at Arkansas another year if he goes 6-6?
I think he's done. It's just a matter of how he exits.
Hart.
I think he's probably going to walk away and try to save the fan base.
Gotcha. Kiffin was hired at Ole Miss, same time as Pittman was here, and you can see what happens when you end up with someone unqualified for the position.
You can also see when the difference in the NIL too.
Gotcha. You also talk about Adam. I know you talked about on the Hog Talk. You talked about previous coach and his record before he exited, and the current coach and his record. Can you expand on that for a second?
Would you like just the brass tacks or get into the whole comparison from fans too?
Run the whole thing, bro.
All right. So we see from different sets of fans we need to be behind Sam Pittman. He wants to be here. He loves this state. This is his dream job. He loves the school, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We shouldn't be saying these things, whatever. But and then also in that means, since we're talking about these things, it may seem a little bit negative. I look at it more as being realistic, but that we're not true fans. So, that phrase thrown out there again. I know for a fact that several of these people, and not all of them, I mean, I don't remember everything, but a lot of these people that love Sam Pittman were the same ones that wanted Brett Bielema gone years ago. So it was okay then, but it's not okay now. Brett Bielema was, what did I say, 28 or 29? 28.
29.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because the law tech would put us at 29. Brett Bielema was 29 and 34 when he was at Arkansas. Sam Pittman, when we beat La Tech and if we lost the other game, or no, as of right now, he is 28 and 31. So the La Tech would put him at 29 games. Then if you lose those other 2 games, you're essentially almost identical record to Brett Bielema. So you have Brett Bielema 2.0 when it comes to the state of the program. We wanted to move on then. Why don't we want to move on now?
Is it because of Bielema and what he's doing right now, do you think?
No. What do you mean?
No, because we couldn't foresee
Because of
that.
Illinois.
We couldn't foresee
I know.
that.
I'm just saying,
no.
being gun-shy and wanting to have it happen again and have somebody go off somewhere.
I think more of it is a lot of fans, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say.
You're not a real Razorback fan.
Well, no, they can see
they
themselves sitting down and having that cold beer with Sam. He's like one of their buddies. And so that's what they don't, he's comforting in a sense to them. He's like them. We get a lot of this. We want somebody that wants to be here, not some. Here's the thing too. And this just clicked in my head. We don't want to buy, this is just some fans again. We don't want to buy a coach. We want somebody that wants to be here, but we want to buy players. What's the difference?
Or let me piggyback on that. It's interesting that a coach can leave in the middle of the season when he's winning with another offer, and we got to do a buyout. but it's okay. But when a player wants to leave, he's selfish and he's doing it for money. Interesting. The comment that you just made as well, he's real relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Drink a cold beer. It sounds eerily familiar. I won't touch on it too tough because we don't cross paths like that. But sometimes when somebody makes comments that are relatable to what you say with you and your friends on the phone or in the backyard while drinking a cold beer, you sense to have a sense of belonging. I can relate to that person. They may not have grown up like you grown up. They may not have lived the same lifestyle or have the same views, but it's something about relatability that makes you click with someone. So I definitely understand that standpoint. But yeah, it's definitely different. It's one of those things where it's cool until it's not. And I think a lot of fans are getting fed up with it. We're just tired of being mediocre at the end of the day, and we want to have a winning program. I think it can. I know it can exist. I know it can exist, even with the level of or lack of recruiting in the backyard. And Kane Archer brother still doesn't have an offer. But I digress. So that is what that is. Derek said, "Getting so drunk, and we are here celebrating." Yeah. Shannon says, "Adam,
Huh?
hey, hey, Bonya, you're read between the lines." Shannon had the comment on the screen. She wanted you to show it again. Go ahead and run it. Go ahead and
Oh,
run it.
I'd already forgotten about it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you want to say? Here you go.
Shameful. Shameful. I can't be mad at my guy. He still got some rust on. But yeah, he got dusted on that one. All right. What was the play calling there? Also, Green looked to have no confidence. Again, we already talked about Green not having no damn confidence. He came right back and had a confident game. So if he can't find it within himself, I don't know what to tell you. But I will tell you this: Malachi Singleton was very decisive with the ball. He made great decisions, very efficient with it, and he used his legs. And that was just great to watch him just take over and put the team on his back. So kudos to the young man. As I say, if the mom is on here watching, the young man sees this, you got a future. You got the talent. It's the reason where you are where you are, that you're ranked where you're ranked in high school. Just stay the course. Just stay the course and stay healthy. It's gonna happen for you. And throw that damn belt in the damn trash can, Derek says.
I'll take it. Oh wait, I've got another one coming at the end of the year.
Do you?
Hart, thank you.
Do
We'll
you?
we'll tell
Hey,
y'all about that, man.
we're rolling so far this week, DP, ain't we?
Hey, yeah. Now somehow this dude ended up picking Minnesota. I don't know what type of gambling sites he on. Every week we do the hog pick 'em, and it seems that Adam picks these teams. We were like, "You picked them to win," and so enough they
And they
win.
win.
And we text each other on Saturday like, "Wait a minute, did you pick them?" He'd be like,
Yep.
"Screenshot." This
Hey, you know who helps
motherfucker.
drop dimes today though?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect passer rating.
Yeah. He on my fantasy league, so like I said, I rock with him in that aspect. Until y'all see them Steelers, we're on a bye week. We need to rest up. So
You see Saquon jump over somebody backwards?
Backwards. Yeah.
backwards,
That was ridiculous.
PlayStation shit. I was like, damn. Anyhow, back into these comments. Ole Miss has NIL support because they have a coach that's brought winning and has a personality and social media presence. Definitely agree with that. And brings interest to their program. You know, we talked about him earlier in the season about he's a hell of a follow on X.
Mm-hmm.
Because his personality. I mean, he is very intriguing. Whether you love him or you hate him,
He's
you
gonna
end
troll
up.
somebody.
Oh, he's the number one troll coach in damn college football. He cold with it. I ain't gonna lie. He will say some little shady shit just to piss off a fan base, but he just keeps growing. He keeps growing. He keeps growing. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they look like going throughout the season. Didn't seem like our DBs ran 22 miles per hour that game. Burn City, Big Pen, not wrong. I will be like. I'll be like Florida State fan next game with the headset. We have no collar team. We got a
No
T-shirt
shirt.
team.
No shirt.
No,
Just a
no
headset.
collar. No collar team. No collar team. We're just gonna
Question
do a
is,
damn.
are you gonna have a Waffle House menu like he did? That's his play calling sheet.
Crazy? Beth, this generation of players have lost the grit. We used to be down. Players were pissed and went out and fought tooth and nail to win. Absolutely, it's definitely a different era in regards to ball. Isaac. Shout out to Isaac.
What up,
Country
Smooth?
living. Yeah, smooth Baron. But they wanted to wind up the jukebox though. Yeah, they did. They did. Country living.
I need to
Hey,
put that
y'all.
on the soundboard.
We
Yeah.
do.
Isaac, can we use that? Can we use that? Yeah, y'all go Google. That man said Google him. That's Isaac Smooth Baron. Google that man. All right, Elmer. How can anyone have any confidence just listen to Pittman speak with the media after games? He has no fire or passion or edge in any way.
Yeah.
But this isn't this who he was when he started? He just I'm saying like I get the comment, right? Because we're all frustrated and we want the coach to have similar emotions to what we have. I get that part. But when he came here, he was very humble, docile. He cried at the presser. This his dream job. Like he's always been the same person. So I guess it was cool because it was relatable at the beginning. And you just came from who? Bad Chad Morris. So the differences of
Well,
coaches it makes it more relatable.
you
But
using that
he's the same
using
guy.
that as the example though, like he hadn't done anything yet, crying at the press conference, and he hadn't struggled yet,
And he's been struggling ever since.
except for one season.
9-4. Yeah. And KJ Jefferson is on the bench.
Third
Replaced
string.
by Seth. Damn. I totally agree about the celebrations. They need to stop, especially when they're getting their ass stomped. Yeah. Singleton runs like a running back because he's built like a running back, Jay. Yeah, he cold. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I like not only does he run, but I like when he does throw the ball. He is very decisive with the ball. I seen we finally got Luke involved consistently week to week, so I definitely like that. So that was cool.
Getting healthy.
Yeah, getting healthy. Anybody seen Shamar Easton?
Nope. Do I need to put him on a
Nope.
milk?
You do, and I keep bringing this up, right? Because you talk about keeping players in state. The young man from Ashdown, he was potentially could have went somewhere else. You end up getting him on board as a recruit. You go out and you lose some guys in the portal. You end up with Marquise Gomes, and you also end up with Ty Washington. Ty Washington sat on the bench all year until some players got hurt. He got in the game, scored 2 touchdowns immediately. It's something about that. I don't know what that is. Maybe something in the locker room. Don't know. But Shamar Easter, we know that he needs to gain weight, work on blocking. But I'm like, we losing depth at the tight end position. Why is he not playing? And I'm gonna keep mentioning his name every week until we get to the end of the year, and all of a sudden his name is on the portal list. I'm just saying, like, you can't afford to be redshirting anybody at this point. Your job is on the line, sir. Our military now has facial hair. It used to be set us apart, but now you can't tell a military person from a civilian. Brad, once again, thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your service, and thank you for keeping us safe. We definitely appreciate that. Tyler, we have some speed. We do need to run jet sweep, make people respect emotion. Yeah, we're running sweeps, but it's just some ghost stuff. It's some ghost stuff.
Hmm.
Anthony Edwards has no facial hair. He's a bona fide dog. Anthony Edwards.
Timberwolves.
Basketball?
Ant.
Ant
Yep.
Edward.
Ant-Man. Yeah, Nick, we talking about Razorback players and the leader of the team. Singleton for quarterback, like president. I like it. Been saying it all year long. Jay, hell no. Ain't no apples at the concession.
Then
See,
who?
Jay be at the game. His son
Then who
on
was
the
the
team.
plug?
Who the plug? Who you letting in the stadium with a bag of damn apples? And enough apples to where they span the crowd and multiple people got damn apples. How? How, Sway? Can anybody tell me who got the apples? Who the
I
apple
mean,
was?
if anybody knows, did anybody watch like the end of the game?
I did.
Did you? If anybody knows who the lone Arkansas fan at the
The
very
dude at
top
the
of the
top?
stands up on a cell phone, like
Yeah.
pat him on the back. Like kudos to you for doing that.
Yeah.
And ESPN did you dirty.
They did, but he was trying to figure out what a kicking was going on. He was trying to figure out
Oh,
what
he was on Tinder swiping right. He was just
Yeah, he probably was headed to Dixon Street trying to see what it do. Ain't no telling. Great Britain fans need to go ahead and donate to the collective. I think they have to see a better product on the field in order to feel better about doing that.
mm-hmm.
But I'm not mad at the comment. Not mad at
Well,
the comment.
and I mean, the team's going to get their money one way or another. I mean, it's going to come from the revenue and the concession tax that's being added, and it's one of those they're going to get there, but money will come when there's a better product on the field and or different head coach.
No. I have a question. I didn't see the very end, but apparently there was like Pittman was out there waiting forever for Lane to come shake his hand at midfield. Did
I
anybody
was
else
probably
catch
checked out
that?
at that point.
Okay, I was too. So I just heard that and thought it was a little extra level of trolling by Lane.
No, I think the only because this was brought up on Hog Talk by Porter, who's like, is some of this like some animosity between like say Lane and Sam, and I think it's more Lane and Hunter, Lane and the university, just for the fact that we saw at SEC Media Days, them talking about how close Sam was with his dad, and then sharing stories. So it's one of those. I think that everything is directed towards HY in Arkansas.
Okay.
Gotcha. I do want to get Will. Let me get you because this other comment I gotta put on the screen. Will said, "Hats off to Sam Pittman. He definitely inherited dumpster fire. He served his purpose, and I'll forever thank him for his devotion and loyalty to the program. But it's time for a change. I respect that. That's one of them. When you say that, Will, that's when you say, with all due respect. So I definitely respect that. Brandon, refreshing out here. Sunshine pumping. Chuck Baird and Bo Medley. LOL.
It's why that show was brought on for a reason.
Yeah. Got to keep some of the. What you about to say?
What?
I was about to say, remember when Chuck told everybody to shut up when we were saying that Musselman was leaving? And
Yeah.
They want to control the narrative.
Yep.
Where have we heard that recently?
Right. We about to get straight into this hog news. We're gonna get some of these comments, but before we get too long, I definitely want to give my man, Mr. Hart, his time to shine. But before we do that, we got a little intro for him. So if you stay, this is what you're here for as well.
Absolutely. First, as always, if you're not a member of Hog HQ on Facebook, you're missing out. You can get all the news that you're missing during the week, in between shows. You can get it there. You can catch a bunch of articles from other media outlets, other shows, podcasts, you name it. You need to get into Hog HQ on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, you need to join the YouTube channel so you can catch the show anytime after the fact. And also follow any of our podcasts. So if you want to stream it that way and you don't want to see my ugly face. All right. With the news, first I want to go back to some news that I brought to y'all right when the season was starting. I said that there will be somebody that will be transferring out, and it would be that would more than likely be transferring out, and it would be because of playing time. I want to go ahead and revisit that and say that's probably not going to happen because that person has been playing. So I'm not going to name them because I don't want to put them on, on blast like that. But they've been playing. So there's that. But I have new news that there is someone that will be transferring out. I believe they played in the first game of the year, and they have not played since.
He wears about 4 chains on the sideline.
Yeah.
And y'all said he wasn't petty. This motherfucker is petty. Go ahead.
So there's your news. You got somebody that's going to end up transferring out, but he hadn't been playing, so it's not like you're going to be missing a whole lot if they're not playing. But that also explains some of the depth issues with our cornerbacks, and probably why Clark was in on that play at DB because we were running short.
I thought he was injured. I thought Pittman said in the presser, well, I really can't speak on that right now. I'll let you guys know next week.
But yeah, and then the other stuff that happened this week, I'm not really going. Yeah, I'm not going to really speak on that. The tight end news, the DJ Williams interview and stuff like that. The only thing I'm going to say is what I said publicly in the group, or I guess privately. Technically, it's a private group. Anyhow, what I said was that doesn't sound like the Pittman that we all know, and we just made that comment earlier about the type of guy that it is. So. Everybody has a story. There's 3 sides to a story. Your side, my side, and the truth somewhere in between. So as far as that goes, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Prayers to uh, who was it? Washington and his family with the situation. As far as Pittman, it sounds like the rumors are starting to build up that he may be stepping away at the end of the season. We've been talking about it for a while now, maybe even years that we've been talking about he was wanting to walk away and leave basically get the program back to good standing and then leave it and hopefully have the staff remain intact and continue on and continue to trend. But it doesn't necessarily seem like that may happen. Time will tell. I mean, of course, if you beat Texas, everybody's going to forgive everything that happened to Ole Miss. So we'll see. Just type of world we live in, nowadays. But expect there could be some changes happening at the end of the year. But from what I told, there's a tweet that went out about some board of trustee meeting stuff going on, stuff like that. To my knowledge, right now, it's not happening.
Gotcha. Is that your dog making all
No,
that
it's
damn noise?
thunder. There's a storm moving in. There's tornado watch here in Fort Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you make sure to take some shelter, sir. Make sure our graphics.
When it's my time, it's my time.
You know what? I can respect that. I can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle the truth. 13 needs to quit flapping his damn hands and figure out numbleness.
Humbleness.
That's what he said. Defense hasn't been the same since Tennessee.
Nope.
Bobby Trino is past his time, unfortunately. And we said before, we don't think Bobby Trino really wants to be the head coach if that was offered to him. We don't know directly. We haven't spoken to him, but I think that's been the narrative the whole time. And take that damn belt that Ole Miss whipped our ass with and throw it away. You can't handle the truth. I love how you coming. Hey, Smooth said we could use it. Country living. I can't say it like you, but country living. Once again, check out Isaac Smooth Barron. Right? I'm gonna have some NCAA plays on my sheet.
Have you ever seen the video of the Cowboys fan? He's got the game up on like a 70-inch TV, big old TV on the wall, and he's paused it because he can see the offensive court, the play call sheet.
The play sheet, yeah.
Reading it across, like trying to figure out why they can't run or anything. Speaking of any Cowboys fans, I got an autographed Dak Prescott Speedflex helmet coming in if you want to make some trades.
Smooth.
Yeah. Okay, you recognize that? Oh, no. Matt, do you see what's on the screen? Your ass don't be looking at shit. It's talking to you, sir. It's on the screen.
Matt, inbox him when you get time.
I got you.
Hey, Adam, he on the screen like this. We're not doing it. Pippen has done all he can do. He's a KJ as a head coach. Time to move on. So, which coach wants to come to Arkansas? Great question. NIL is a double-edged sword. It has its positive, but it also has its negatives. And I could just about guarantee you the exiting classes going out in this portal from this particular year is going to be very interesting in regards to if you take this job, if it's available, how you replenish the depth with that. So that's going to be interesting to see as well. Have you ever heard anyone hold anyone accountable? Probably the reason we were having a blast, getting blasted on the field. And we scored a trash touchdown. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we get up out of here this evening?
No. It's starting to get loud outside, so.
Aaron said something on there.
I wouldn't take a Dak autograph or anything. Hey, you know what? I won it, so yeah.
Yeah. And I also there's a meme going around where Dak Prescott is on the sideline in Atlanta today saying, "Man, we suck."
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you guys in the group. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, definitely Thunder. Hey, Brad, we're about to get up out of here. But before we do, just remember, save money, live better, Wally World. The Louis Vuitton done and came to Fayetteville and kicked our ass, and we're going to get up out of here. Look, before we go, I want to have a small message. I know we don't cross paths with this, but we got an upcoming important thing going on in this country on Tuesday. I know. Just make sure you do your due diligence. Go do your part as a citizen. Doesn't matter who, just do it. That's
And
all I got.
we don't give a shit who. We don't need to know.
No, we don't. We really don't. Yeah,
Hmm.
really don't give a shit. We'll definitely find out Wednesday at the office, though. Hey, look, with all that being said, but I digress. We're going to get up out of here, guys. We appreciate you guys for supporting us every single week. We are growing every single week. I bet y'all going to hit that like button. I bet you're going to hit the like button. But anyhow, we definitely appreciate you guys for supporting us every week. Every week we continue to grow. And we definitely appreciate all the comments and how the group, as well as the subscribers that are coming in regards to the YouTube page and our X. So we thank you guys for so much support, love, and everything that you guys do in these comment section. We couldn't do it without you, and we do it for you because we are a group that is for the people. Before I get out of here, I got one last comment. We've been looking on social media, and it seems like we'll turn around and every now and then we'll see somebody who does something similar to what we do. We'll be like, damn, that layout look familiar. Damn, that intro looks familiar. Oh, they're using hashtags now. Oh, gotcha.
We notice.
We notice. So if you're watching, imitation is the best form of flattery. Is that how they go?
Close
Most
enough.
serious form.
Yeah, and God telling us to get off. So look, with all that being said, we are out of here, man. God don't like ugly. We see y'all watching us, and we appreciate y'all for copying our style. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next time.